Baldy Jack here, and today's video is on the NECA Ultimate Jason Voorhees from 2003's Freddy vs. Jason. And yeah, let's get on to the video. And also, I'd like to make a note, Jason is not afraid of water. I repeat, Jason is not afraid of water. Alright, thank you.
That is right, NECA is back at it again with another retooled Jason figure, this time being Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. So first off, we'll take a look at the box as always. As you can see, we have the other half, well, if you will, the Jason side of the theatrical poster, along with the Freddy vs. Jason font, a image of Jason on the side, which is used quite a bit with most merchandise. And then on top, you have another image of Jason there. And then on the back, you have various photos of the figure, if this even wants to focus. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, we have a little read-up over there in the left-hand corner. Then if we open the flap, then, of course, you have a photo of Jason here holding his teddy bear. And then on the inside, of course, this is where the figure would be housed, and you kind of have, like, it's supposed to be the opening sequence of the film at Crystal Lake. Now that we got that out of the way, we can take a look at the nitty-gritty, hobo-gothic Jason, whatever you really want to call him. That's just kind of like the nickname that I've gave him over the years. Why? You can kind of tell. So let's take a look at his accessories, as he doesn't come with a hell of a lot, but it's something. So, of course, you have the hockey mask that he comes acquired with, which is kind of the regular plain Jane looking one. Then we have the kind of like claw scratched mark hockey mask, which I think this will be the one that I'll use on the figure. I like how darker the mask looks, and it definitely suits the figure better. And then, of course, lastly, in the hockey mask department, we have the kind of like drenched, blood-soaked hockey mask, which at first it just looked really strange to me. Like, I don't know, it just didn't look right. Seeing it in person, it actually looks pretty good. The fact that the chevrons aren't on the mask, I don't know, it just looks kind of odd that those aren't present. Of course, since it's, his mask is blood-soaked, you would think the chevrons would kind of blend in with it, but they were noticeable after all. So, and then on to his weaponry. Well, we have two machetes, a clean one and a semi-bloody, drenched-looking one. I do wish the blood was a little more splattered on the machete, as it kind of looks like it's just kind of like Jason's over here kind of like just plunging people with it. Like, it doesn't quite, I don't know, it just looks a little off to me, but nevertheless, minor nitpick. And then going along with the machete, of course, is the kind of like translucent flame effect, as we have seen this been done with Sideshow's figure, and pretty cool to see NECA also do this as well. And then lastly, we have Jason's teddy bear, as was seen in some promotional material for this film, but was never seen in the film. It is like a soft, rubberized material, so it really doesn't have any articulation, but Jason having a teddy bear, I don't know, every time I see a teddy bear, I just automatically think Mr. Bean, so Alright, so let's take a look at Jason himself, as, like I've said in the opening of this review, yes, it's a retooled figure. Bringing in the 2004 release, you can definitely see a remarkable resemblance between the two. Hockey masks, chevrons are a little bit better on, of course, the new release. Of course, with this being an older figure, it's prone to fall over. It's more like a statue than an action figure more than anything else. Sculpt-wise, they actually are pretty similar, but like I've said, it's retooled, so you can definitely see a similarity in the sculpt and design. Really do think NECA did quite a step up for the Ultimate release in comparison of what they've done 15 years ago, which pretty crazy to think that that's how old this figure and nearly how old the film is itself. But anyway, just, kind of have him off to the side, I suppose. Just kind of lurking in the background. Underneath, unmasking Jason, you have that Frankenstein look going on with this guy, which it's not one of the best unmasking Jasons, as, you know, we didn't really see this in the film, but definitely we've seen it in some behind-the-scenes footage. But I'm kind of glad they never showed his face, because, I don't, it's nothing amazing, nothing big. And then you have a little bit of hair in the back. Just kind of have a bunch of veins and sorts. Put the mask back on him. Yeah, definitely the detailing on the jacket, the sculpt and everything, it's phenomenal. It's very, very similar to, like I've said, the 2004 release of the figure. The legs, and then you got the heavily gothic-looking boots on this Jason. I believe this guy was, what, like 6'7", give or take. I don't know, he was like, Ken Kersinger is somewhere within that height, you know, with these boots also on, so one of the most tallest Jasons we ever seen. So I guess I could go over his articulation pretty quickly, as with most NECA figures, you know, they're all almost the same. So instead of the figure having a ball joint at the neck, it's the entire sculpt. Rotates, looks down, looks up as well, not much, but looks down relatively well. You have pin and socket shoulders, single joint at the elbow, a little stiff, but hey, I just opened this figure out of the packaging. You can also hinge and swivel a bit at the wrist, slightly crunch at the waist. His legs can kick out about that much, single joint at the knee, and you can ever so slightly pivot. You can't really pivot too much, but you can rotate at the ankle. Definitely a phenomenal figure, and if you're heavily a fan of this depiction of Jason, I would recommend getting it, as this is the pop culture most recognizable look for Jason, as it has kind of been for years. Of course, with the Friday the 13th video game, Part 3 is kind of within that status as well, but not as high as I think with this one. This one's most recognizable to people that aren't even horror fans to begin with. So, you know, kind of give him one of the machetes. Holds him pretty well. Get him in like a slashing pose, if you will. Okay, I don't want to like have him that hunched over. But yeah, you kind of get the picture. Another thing to point out is with the original release, they were like, the sculpt of the hands was like this rubberized material, while with this release, you have the plastic. So, thought that was kind of interesting. And, of course, since I said I'll prefer option with the clawed version of the hockey mask, now that looks phenomenal. That looks amazing. It looks perfect. But with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until then, see you all next time.